Captain Jason, welcome to Us Weekly. So
Thank
good to
you.
have you here.
Yeah, good to be here.
I'm just going to say, you smell really good.
Oh, that's my new fragrance.
Your new fragrance, you brought it. Tell me all about it.
Well, I usually spray essential oils or a face mist to the crew. I have it all the time, and I do it with the production as well, just to wake them up a little bit and freshen them up, because it is pretty tiring job. Especially that 6 weeks. So I thought, well, I want to bring something out. So I went to do essential oils and actually branched off into the fragrance. And look, it is a bit of a process, but it's actually me. It's very aquatic, but it's actually nature as well. So I think it's a good thing to bring out rather than many other things I could bring out. But also, anything I do online, sell online in the future, is going towards the foundations that I work for in Indonesia, and I want to advance into the Philippines as well. We rebuild schools out of recycled plastic waste, and I hopefully I can get a little tally going online on the website, and we could probably talk about what a project would be good for the people, for the purchasers to be part of, and then we go do that.
I love that. That's so great. So you buy it and it's making a difference too. So you smell good and you're making a difference.
Perfect.
I love that.
Thank
I love
you.
it so much. And available in March?
I'd say March.
March?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Well, be on the lookout. I love it.
Cool.
I love it. Well, let's talk about this season.
Yep.
I watched the first episode. We are off to a bang already. I mean, how would you describe this season compared to the others?
Well, the last couple of seasons, we didn't really have any love romances, so you're going to be guaranteed that.
Okay.
And that's good, because the crew do go through this in the industry, so see how they handle that and working together.
Okay.
And we're in the Seychelles. It's okay, it's not down under. However, look, it's remote. I love remote cruising. It's somewhere beautiful. It was easy to attract guests to come because, well, hey, we're in the Seychelles.
Sure.
First time the franchise has been in Africa. So that's something great. And it spreads our wings a bit. So looking forward to that.
Definitely.
And a sous chef too. We have a sous chef.
We have a sous chef. We'll get into the sous chef because it seems like he gets into some drama. Have your stances on boatmances changed at all? Because it seems like maybe this love triangle kind of centers around Brianna this season, if that's correct.
Yeah, and a few others. I think there's a few people trying to get into it. So no, it's good. Look, I think it's important to understand that these franchises are trying to show the audience what it's like to work on a boat. Look, we do probably 6 or 7 months worth of chartering in 6 weeks. Yeah. So let's just face it. Really, in real life, there would be romances on board. So let's get into it. See how it works. It really just gives the audience a really good look at how we're working.
Did they get messy? Are we hopeful that maybe these can go the distance?
you want it to go the distance, don't you? But look, fatigue sets in, and a few nights out, and we've seen in the past in other franchises that things don't last too long. So let's hope that this one might. These ones might.
Or these ones might. What were some of your rules and guidelines going into this season? Based on, last season, did things change going into this season for you?
Look, we know from season 2, look, Bravo have strong policies and procedures in place, and they did nothing but cement that even further, and I did too. There was a lot more constraint and people on the ground, so we wouldn't have a repeat of last year. And look, hats off. Bravo always had those policies and procedures in place, and now they're just making it really clear for everyone coming into it that anything won't be tolerated. Yeah,
I'm excited to see it. And the footage that we've already seen is explosive. We have a new chief stew.
Yep.
What did you make of? What was your first impressions of Laura?
Well, firstly, Aisha had a story to go and tell, and she did that, and I understand that. But we had some great years, 2 seasons, I know, and the door's open still for sure. But Aisha brings a quality of what she doesn't know. She brings a charisma to the game. A new chief stewardess, not knowing this franchise or this understanding of turning up to the boat, get to know the boat, and get on with it. Lara wanted to bring her standards in, her perfection in, and then there was brick walls there. And it wasn't her fault, but she's trying to work around these franchises, the ingredients that they put us into. It's good casting. It gives the viewers another person to get to like, to understand. But she was putting in 100%. It's just so many hurdles.
So many hurdles. Was it an adjustment for you? because you're so used to Aisha, was it an adjustment for you getting, figuring out like how she works and how she operates, Laura?
Look, with Aisha, I don't have to worry about the emotional because she's so strong in carrying herself and understanding that if I can't do it, I'll beat it with charisma.
Yeah.
Whereas with Lara, it was like, why am I here? What's going on? Why can't I have this? Why can't I do that? So there was a lot more emotions I had to deal with another crew member.
Did you miss Aisha throughout the season then?
Yeah, look, it's something I don't have to worry about.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and it's an addition, but that's fine. Look, crew move on, and that's fine. That's true to the industry. Crew do move on, so I got no problem.
Like you said, doors still open. Are you hopeful that you'll be reunited one day?
Yeah, well, let's have an all-stars one, you know.
Yeah, right. Did you score an invite to the wedding?
No, not yet. That's a bit far away.
It's a bit far away. I'm sure the save the dates haven't been out yet, so I'm sure you'll be. I'm sure you'll be there. It seems like Laura and the chef, I'm going to say her name wrong. Serena. They really get into it right off the bat. You know, she's a little hesitant even about rooming together, and it seems like these are the hurdles that maybe you're talking about, correct?
Totally. Serena's got her work cut out in a few different areas there, especially with the sous chef and now that. So even on episode 1, you could tell that. Look, Serena's always trying to put out quality food and ready to go, and now she's got a sous chef. Everything should be amazing. However, we didn't anticipate, well, we do anticipate that there's another person to manage now, so she's got to deal with that. You know, she's got her own things going on in her head. Now she's got to listen and hear from someone else's opinion.
Sure.
And that turns that. You could see that was wearing her down just in episode 1.
Yeah.
And then you've got Lara coming in wanting to put the 100% out. Look, it's a recipe for disaster.
I was just literally, you took the words out of my mouth. The recipe for disaster. What did you make of Serena kind of interviewing Anthony in that first episode, being like, you know, this is exactly what you want to do, what I'm going to do, and it seemed like just right from the get-go there was going to be a battle of power.
I don't think any of the questions were inappropriate or not justified. And you could tell by the responses that Anthony had his backup of, you know, he doesn't know the situation either. He's like, probably, well, why can't we just do it this way?
Yeah.
Like, well, Serena has been with us before. She knows the hurdles. And it's like any boss. The person under always thinks they can do the job better, but they don't know what you're carrying. So, you know, what burden you are carrying. And Serena knows that. And Anthony, I don't think realised that from episode 1. You know, I'm sure if he looks back, and I think that's the best thing about these shows, I find, you look back and just go, maybe I could have, should have, and would have. You know?
What can you tease about that relationship going forward, or that working relationship going forward?
It's a relationship, good or bad, I don't know. There's nothing to tease. I think you can see it all in the mannerisms. You can see everything in episode 1, and that's how good this season is. It's a plateau of exactly what you see on episode 1, all the way through the end with some good spikes up. It's actually, there's no real lull. You're not going to be sitting around waiting for. Not really waiting for next season. Next week, you're going to be going like, bring it on.
Sure, yeah.
You know, what's next?
Based on the trailer and the teaser, it seems like somebody gets fired, somebody gets let go, and it seems like it's maybe one of the heads of departments. Can you confirm or deny that?
Well, I do cut some cancer out, you know. Mind you, no pun intended. I just had a melanoma cut out, but I do get on top of some things. Whether there's a termination or not, you'll have to wait and see. But yeah, there was more friction between the heads of departments than there was between the juniors, and obviously, as a captain, I wouldn't think that would be the case. I would actually think I'd be worrying more about the juniors than the heads of department, who should actually be professional enough and experienced enough to be able to get through the hurdles that are there.
Yeah, so it seems, I think you say in the trailer, that everybody was kind of consumed by this negativity. Do you feel like that really did happen this season? Totally,
and that's totally against me as a captain. If you've seen me on season 1 and 2, I'm all about positive and team and run yourselves. You know, I'm not here to micromanage you, I'm here to help. And our end goal is to get to a point where we do grow and we do succeed and give the guests everything they want. And that is a simple task to follow, isn't it? And yeah, I probably put a lot more effort into emotional and empathy this season than I have in my last two.
And how does that make you feel? Are you like, I just want to focus on the job at hand. I don't want to have to I don't have to babysit pretty much.
Totally. Look, it's actually, I find it rewarding. Every season I've done, I've actually got something out of it.
Okay.
And I'm actually positive the crew will look back and get something out of it as well.
What did you get out of this season?
More patience.
More patience.
More patience and more therapy.
Okay, yeah, seriously.
For them.
For them. Do you feel like you had more patience with them than you do your own daughter? Like you had to
I think that's where it's all come from, you know.
Right? Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, this boat is big. It's beautiful. It's filled with maggots. Yeah. I mean, I was not expecting to see that when you step aboard this luxurious, like, beautiful yacht.
Yep.
Is that anything that you've ever seen before?
Look, these things do happen, but we have inspections every month. You know, there's no reason why that should be there, especially when we've had a good handover from the previous crew. We know the system coming in, and you're not knowing the boat. So Serena's actually had to come in here, come onto the boat with a new sous chef and clean out the galley and the stores, get it ready for the provisions that are coming in the next day, ready for the guests 2 days later. To find that and to be 12 hours behind in preparation was just not the start she wanted.
No. And then do you get down and dirty, and were you cleaning up maggots too?
I think if you know me, I was right into it. So,
you're right into it. What is the most disgusting thing you've ever seen on a...
Look, most things don't go past that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That and having my hands in the toilet in season 1. Yeah.
It's pretty bad too. How would you say that your relationship with Laura developed over the course of the season? I mean, was she putting contacts in you at the end of this season?
No, I'm all on top of that. Look, she's a wonderful person, and her intentions are absolutely perfect, and she wants to provide the best and most professional service at the highest standard. So you can't argue with that.
Yeah.
However, you need to work around the environment that you're in. And I honestly think every viewer is going to see probably, if not all of the crew, go through some massive, massive growth, personally.
Who impressed you the most?
Not second or third stew, we don't know yet.
Okay.
Both stewardesses, they worked absolutely tirelessly hard. On top of Lara as well. Look, Harry stepped up to the game, which is great. We see some growth in him, and even Adair, deck stewardess. Look, there's some growth there as well. Look, I'm quite, and Johnny was a great guy, and Vian, wait until you see the theme nights. They really put 100% in. Look, and Anthony, look, he's got some quality there. He's definitely got some experience.
It looked like you were a circus tamer at one point.
Yeah, we did that too, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the things we do for a tip, eh?
The things you do for a tip. Is there anything that you wouldn't do when it comes to theme nights for a tip?
Probably wear Speedos again.
Yes.
Probably wear the budgie smugglers again.
Yep, been there, done that, not doing it again.
Exactly.
But no, it seems like they really raised the bar when it comes to theme nights.
Yes. Well, that was the best thing about this boat. It was so big, but it had a lot of interior space. So when we were hampered with weather, wind and rain and everything, we could still create something that was fantastic and give the guests the best time they had on their charters.
Right. It seems like I think red thongs were brought out or something at some point too.
Oh, honestly, a bit of everything.
A bit of everything.
We honestly we blew it out of the park with themes. We were just so. Look, that was Lara as well. She just went right into it. When it came to theme nights, she really just put 100% into it.
I love that. Any crazy demands or asks from guests this season?
Well, we did. We had charter guests that wanted to go bar hopping and pick up men, but we couldn't do that. That's where the Captain's Lounge came out. So, look out for the Captain's Lounge. You never know what happens in the Captain's Lounge.
You had a little Bachelor crossover too. Corinne from The Bachelor, she was on. What was it like having her as a guest?
They were great.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. It was good to meet them. I hadn't actually met them before, so her and her sister and her friends were fantastic. Look, they were sweet. Yeah. It's probably too nice. Sometimes we probably need these guests to critique the crew a little bit more.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Just get on with them.
I love that so much. And how are you feeling? Like you said before, you had melanoma.
Yep.
How are you feeling now?
Good. It was an anxious wait. I found out in Bali. I flew here to America and got the news, and then I had to go back and see a specialist in Sydney, someone that actually kind of had a little bit more knowledge across it. And they said that without the specimen that they've got and reading the report, that would have to go to the next stage.
Yeah.
So the other option was to try and get the specimen sent over from Indonesia, which took some time.
Wow.
So I had this whole wait over Christmas. And I found out on Christmas Eve that I have to go back for one more incision or excision, and then I'll be fine. It's 5% chance of returning. But the things I learnt over that period, and the people that reached out to me about with some pretty unfortunate outcomes, I was really surprised at how probably ignorant I was about not getting my skin checked every year. So especially someone like myself in the sun all the time.
Yeah.
And now it's dermatologist every year, if not more. And if any change, look, it was about as big as my little pinky fingernail, and it was just a little brown dot that changed a little bit in colour. But my intuition and my gut told me there was something there.
Yeah.
And I don't know you never know if I didn't follow that. And it's the most aggressive spreading cancer. You give it another month or two. You never know. It could, if you read up on this thing, it can get you in 6 months.
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad you're doing so much better.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
fantastic.
good.
But you're so right. People, you put off those appointments, or you're like, oh, this is no big deal. This can't happen to me. But it's great that you were proactive and went there, and
I don't think this is something you can put off.
No.
And it's something I ignored for quite some time, and I'm just lucky.
Right. I know that you said to us in an interview that this all happened at a time where you were also going through some other personal things in your life.
Wow. Yeah. At the end of the year was a huge one. Mum had triple bypass. Then broke a hip. Dad's Alzheimer's came on strong. Then he had a stroke. Then my best mate passed away, and I had this melanoma. And it was a lot to take on, but I took it on with a lot of positivity. And this year I'm really tackling 2025 with a strong mental health aspect towards my life going forward, and then physical health as well. So, look, there's going to be things. I dip into breathworks and a lot of things. For health all the time, but I really want to put the throttle down this year and be and really go the extra mile.
Yeah, I hope your parents are okay.
Yeah, look, it's the Alzheimer's has taught me something too. I'm reading a lot about cognitive health as well, what we can eat and foods we can look out for, and diets to try and prevent it or prolong it, and even training, even a game of chess is even good for you.
Right.
So, me and my daughter are playing chess a lot now too.
I love that.
Yeah.
What are some other fun things that you like to do to bond together?
Well, we play Jenga a lot. She's into crocheting now.
Oh, so cool.
I take her for little trips up to the waterfalls as well in Bali as well. I took her to another charity that I work with where we give rice out to the elderly and the people with special needs up in Bali. So she's with me along with that. But she became she got her dive certificate last year. Yeah, at 10 years old. She's 10. Yeah, so we went diving together.
Okay.
And the resilience she showed to pass the exam and to do that, and she was a little bit she was really brave, and then underwater, she just seeing the turtles and everything, and that's something that we can always share, and it's something I love to do.
That's got to be such a cool experience doing that with your daughter. That is so fun. Are you ever going to let her watch the show? Has she started to ask questions?
She sneaks in to YouTube every now and again and gets those little short cuts, little shorts, but that's about it. I think I'll keep it off the table for now.
She hasn't seen the wild scenes yet, has
she? No, I don't think she doesn't want. She doesn't want to see Papa coming out of the water with no shirt on.
I'm sure she doesn't. Does she want to do something like this in the future? Would you encourage her to be a captain in the future?
No, she's going to be a singer and an actress.
Okay.
But she doesn't realise she's got my voice. So we might have to move to acting.
I love that so much. That is so fantastic. And like you said, you're focusing so much of your energy this year on your mental health and your physical well-being. How do you kind of keep that up when you are on a yacht, when you're yachting?
Look, I took 2 years off yachting because I didn't see my daughter for 2 years. So now we've got season 3 coming out. I'll focus on that, and then I'll probably get back into it mid this year.
Okay.
However, going into each season, look, I just prepare myself. Season 1, I didn't really know anything.
Sure, yeah.
Season 2, Season 3, I wasn't drinking coffee, wasn't drinking. I went into it just with the absolute best possible mindset I could have, and I learned a lot out of that.
Yeah.
And when you are working on a yacht, as a captain, you do have big times of not drinking. So I actually know the results, how it is. So living a healthy, balanced life is what it's all about. But now I'm working on a few things. I just want to be a discipline, continuity of being disciplined. I want some accountability and some execution. I want to be accountable not just for the things I don't achieve, but just actually start patting myself on the back a bit more. Definitely. And saying that, okay, that's okay. You can say thank you and well done to yourself. So a little bit of gratitude, and these are the things I'm working towards.
Definitely. Do you feel like you've found that good balance now between being a dad and being able to kind of handle the job too?
Yeah, definitely. Look, we moved our daughter to Bali, so that was a new beginning, a new chapter for us all. So I'm more in Bali now. So this 2025, I get these little things in order, and then I'll give myself a bit of a base, and then maybe I can meet someone and I can start bringing someone else into my life.
I was going to say, that's always the $1 million question. Are you single? Are you taken? Where are we at?
I haven't had time.
You haven't had time.
Between everything that's going on and with my daughter, like I don't want to have to share that time. However, as we all know, as kids get older, even the other day she said to me when I gave her a kiss goodnight to bed, she goes, "Papa, I think we need to talk about some boundaries." I'm like, "What's that?" She goes, "No more kissing goodnight." I'm like, "Wait up, you're only 10. But I rolled over and she leaned over and gave me a kiss on the ear and goodnight straight away. So she's going through that stage there too, and she's I'm not allowed to see her in the shower and things like that. So she's becoming a teen very quickly. So I think it's time for me to be able to look after myself a bit now, not just care about her.
Yeah, so you're open to it.
Her mother does a wonderful job at being a mother, and the reason why she is who she is because of the life we've given her, and definitely her mother.
Definitely. So you're open to it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that so much.
2025.
It's the year of you. I love it.
Totally. It's me.
I love it. Do you still keep in touch with everybody from season 2?
Yeah, definitely, and season 1 mostly. We always keep a touch out, especially in season 1, and I want to. Even with everything that went on, I more so kept in touch with the people that were involved in that because I didn't want them to feel that they were let go, especially from me as a captain, because that's my job. And not only that, we saw some people really, the people involved really pick themselves up and move forward and become better people. And that's all we can hope for.
After this season, will you not work with anybody from this season again? I know you can't tell me who, but
there's probably one or two, probably one. But yeah, look, all of them I'm in touch with. Okay. I think I've been a captain for 25 years. Like I don't have a white picket fence and live in a cul-de-sac and have barbecues with my mates. I've got good friends from school, but my friends are my crew. My friends are the people that I actually work with, that I've cruised the oceans with and actually shared these experiences. So if it wasn't for this industry, if it wasn't for them, who would I have? Like I've got great friends, very loyal friends, but my crew are the people that I bond with.